Hello everyone. So I will be listing 6 book tropes that I hate. So let's get started. The first one is love triangles. I mention it all the time how much I hate love triangles. I just find it so unrealistic and annoying. Half the time they're in books that aren't even romance and they're just thrown in there. There's no need for them. For example, Hunger Games. There is no need for a love triangle. It adds nothing to the plot. If Gabe didn't love Katniss, nothing would change. She would still have her reservations about Peeta because she's more invested in the revolution and fighting than falling in love. If it's a romance book, fine. Then, of course, have love triangles, have whatever you want. But I don't want to read love triangles in like a dystopian novel about like war or something. I don't want that. I especially hate love triangles dealing with two friends. Like, you really want to ruin a friendship over someone you could potentially date and then maybe break up? If a book wants a love triangle, fine. Have it be about like polyamorous. Then that is okay because there won't be jealousy or this competition. But other than that, no. Because monogamous people can't really love two people at once because there will always be this jealousy or this competition. And so I don't want to read about that. Number 2 is insta-love. This is when two people see each other and they immediately fall in love. And then they would do anything for each other, like risk their lives. Because love at first sight does not exist. Lust at first sight does. You get that instant attraction and your heart starts beating. I understand that. But that is not love. To truly love somebody who you will risk everything for, you have to know them. I guess it's not really like insta love that bothers me so much because usually insta love is in like YA books and they're young. And I was young at one point in middle school or high school and I thought, ooh, I love this boy, but it wasn't really love, and so I get that. But I don't like when then they risk everything for them. Like they get themselves into dangerous situations to be with them, or they alienate people just to be with this person. I hate that because you don't really love them, you're attracted to them. This obsession with this person you hardly know is not healthy. Books should not be promoting this. If you want insta love, then have them, be young and have that initial attraction and say it's insta love because they're young and they don't know better, and then they get to know each other and you see this budding romance blossom. That is healthy. But having them instantly become obsessed with them and they do things that are outrageous is not healthy. Number 3 is having an abusive relationship but calling it love. I hate when like there's a couple and someone does something grand that is depicted as sweet, but it's actually abusive. What comes to mind is in the Twilight book. Edward takes apart Bella's car so she doesn't get to see Jacob because he thinks it's dangerous. And everyone thought, oh, he's protecting her, it's so sweet. But actually this is controlling. You shouldn't destroy someone's property and make it seem like it is romantic. Why doesn't he sit down with Bella and explain how he feels and how he's scared for her and he just wants to protect her, and then she can come to a conclusion all by herself with all the facts that you provide? That's healthy. Just saying, oh, it's dangerous, I'm not letting you go, and then preventing her to go is not romantic. It's controlling and abusive. You should not teach young kids that this is romantic. It's a romantic, yes, if the guy wants to protect her or the girl wants to protect him and think that the situation they're getting to is dangerous. But have them talk it out. Have them have a healthy, normal conversation and see, oh, this is what romance is, this is how a relationship be, instead of what's usually portrayed, and which is controlling. Number 4 is changing the bad boy or bad girl. So this is when there's a bad boy or a bad girl who just is a player or is just mean, and then they meet somebody and they fall in love and they're changed for them. This is unrealistic. I get the appeal for this because it's like, oh, they loved me so much that they changed themselves for me and they didn't want to play the field anymore because I was enough. But that usually doesn't happen. What usually happens is that they get into a relationship or they start dating and the person thinks that, oh, I will change them, they will change, my love will be enough, and they end up not because the person warned them that they don't want to be in a relationship or that they're a player, and then they end up getting hurt. If someone is a player or doesn't want a relationship or is just a mean person, you shouldn't try to go into a relationship or dating someone to try to change, because you will probably get hurt. And I know all these books have showed you that it is possible, but it usually doesn't happen and it's unrealistic. Number 5 is using mental illness. I am fine with reading books that accurately portrays mental illness, because that ends up helping people, or end up helping people understand someone else's mental illness if it is done correct. But I hate when books misrepresent it, or they use it for a different point. Like in the book Everything Everything, they use someone's mental illness to further the teen romance and kind of make the person who has a mental illness be the villain. I think that is wrong. Another part of mental illness in books that I don't like is suicide. I think suicide should be discussed in books, but it should be handled with care, because it is a very sensitive subject and it does happen a lot. So I think writing about suicide can help people if it is done correct. I think the book 13 Reasons Why is an example of using it wrong. Suicide should not be used for revenge. I did appreciate how they showed how bullying and sexual harassment can lead to depression, which then can lead to suicide. I thought that was a good message, because I know bullying and sexual harassment is not taken serious in many schools and in life. However, the part where she makes tapes and blames people for her suicide is absolutely wrong. You shouldn't send that message that, oh, suicide can be a form of revenge and you'll get back at these people, because then they'll feel so guilty themselves and be hurt. And number 6 is these Mary Sue, Gary Sue characters. This is when the characters are so perfect and everybody loves them unless it's out of jealousy. They're beautiful, brave, and probably have like a tragic backstory. And they also have this flaw that everyone finds so adorable or quirky. So I get it that either the author or the reader can put themselves into that character and live out this fantasy, but it's annoying. Like Bella in Twilight, she comes in, all the boys want to be with her, including this mysterious vampire that no girl has ever gotten close to. And so when they get together, everyone is so shocked and jealous. And look, she's clumsy, but it's so cute. No, I don't like these kind of characters. At least with Katniss in the Hunger Games, her Mary Sue-ness wasn't as annoying. Her father at a young age taught her how to hunt and how to gather things in the woods, so when she came into the Hunger Games, it wasn't shocking that she knew how to survive. I mean, it was annoying that everyone loved her, even her coldness everyone seemed to like. That part annoyed me, but her becoming this strong survivor did annoy me, because at least there was a backstory to explain it. Most Mary Sues are written to be average, and then suddenly they magically save the day. That is what I hate most. It's like, oh, look, these people are born into this and trained for this, but then this girl or boy who just stumbled upon this life magically saves the day, even though they had no skill, they still end up saving the day. That I don't like for a Mary Sue or Gary Sue character. So those are all the book tropes I hate. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!